Hello, everybody. The Beer and TV Ramble. Jean Henderson Pierre here, looking at Modelo Especial. Chevese. 5% ABV by volume. American Adjunct Lager. From what I believe is 5%. I could be wrong again. I'll look. Do these reviews. The 11th best-selling beer sold in the United States with $575 million in sales. Grupo Modelo, of course, it is one of a very popular beer here, not only at the bar, but at any place you go, any Mexican restaurant, bars, at the stores, they're sold pretty well. So I bought a 25-ounce can, paid about $2.75 for this. Mobile, Alabama, sadly, unfortunately. So as you see by the head, if you can see by my Alabama glass, see, I should have got another glass in this than this mug I got here, but it's in the freezer. It's been a long day. I'm tired, so I want to drink this beer. So nice little head, as you can see, on this beer. I know I got an Alabama glass. Don't worry, I'm not a fan of either or team. It was given to me as a gift. Congratulations, Alabama, winning the Iron Bowl. I'm an NFL guy. So anyhow, see the head. You can see the head here in the beer. Typical light lager color. Let's drink. Or excuse me, let's smell. Typical lager smell, but um, corn, some malts, in there as well. So let's take a guzzle. Pouring the rest of it in this can here. Ugh. Very carbonated. Um, I had Modelo on draft. What restaurant I was at? It was a restaurant many years ago. It was a Mexican restaurant. I believe I was in Virginia at the time. 2003, 2004. I was living there, and I had went to a Mexican restaurant. I believe they had it on draft, and I thought it was really good. Every place you go different. I mean, the draft, some have it on draft, some don't, some do. Restaurants, some just have it in the cans, or they give you the bottles, and But um, here's the color. Now you can see through all of it, that nice little yellow color with this draft. Um, I said I've had this before. I remember when it first came out. I was living in Virginia. And I was walking, and it had like a little Hispanic section at a grocery store, food line. And I was walking, and I did a double take, and I saw a 6 pack of Modelo, and I said, "What's this here?" At that time, the most popular beer imported here from Mexico was Corona, and there probably were a few others out there. Tocata, I'm sure, was around at the time. Me again. I've had Corona before, and that's all the beers that I would sample would be Corona, that were from Mexico. Um, um, was that I didn't have. So I look at Modelo, and then of course I've started hearing more over the years. Tocata, I sampled that before. Sol, Pacifico, um, all these other beers, and so Modelo. I didn't really pay much attention to it, and then one day I decided to go ahead and pick me up a 6 pack. At that time, it was pretty high. At the time, I think it was like $6 a 6 pack. That was back then. That was '03. Again, that's when I saw that beer and was in Virginia for the first time. So I bought it, tried it, and I thought it was pretty good, and still is. Um, Nothing too overpowering about it. Again, it's an adjunct lager. Paired with any Mexican food, you know, anything spicy, with most lagers, pizza, and that's what it's for. What and again, Grupo Modelo, of course, you have Modelo, you got Negro Modelo, of course, um, of course, Corona is also in that. The Grupo Modelo organization now is under the Anheuser-Busch InBev group, which distributes it. But they've kept the beers, which I liked with all these ownerships which have gotten involved with the big three, with Miller, Bud, and Coors, that they've made sure that their operations have remained in their Pacific places, where they bought them out at. They've remained in Mexico. Just like with Prestige, when Heineken International bought them, particularly even more so even after the earthquake in Haiti in 2010. But they had already had gotten ownership of that company before the earthquake. But they've remained kept the facility in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Um, um, just like with Killian's Irish Red and it's under Coors, they've remained kept the brewery in Ireland, even though some of it is also brewed in their facility in Colorado. So, but which is good because you want to keep that. You want to keep the uniqueness, the people who know how to make the beer, who've kept the beer and kept the recipe of that beer going, and keep it going, and not try to deter it from grabbing it and say, "Hey, we'll brew it here in St. Louis in America." They've kept it where it is, so that's a positive. It's beer 1925. It came out and long-lasting tradition, and again, it's a very good, refreshing beer. Crown imports it, but they're all part of the Anheuser-Busch InBev, so have a stake in it. But it's a refreshing beer. You can't go wrong with it. Very crisp, you know, very well balanced. I mean, it's a really 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 good beer. So um, I'm not gonna go on about this long. I'm gonna give this beer a solid 9 for a lager. It's really good. Nothing negative at all about it. You know, let me ask you guys a question. I probably need to do another video on this and about pricing, beer pricing. Is your state, which Alabama is one of the highest states, in terms of beer prices. When in other states that I know are very low, and probably need to do a topic on that and do a little bit more research. But I know I've seen it, where I'm going home in New Jersey. And I went home and I saw this can. It was only about like $2 and change. Under 275 was about maybe like like I said, it came up to about $2. We're here about 275, and just like with malt liquors, if I'll go or Bud Ice, I'll buy Bud Ice. It's $1.10 here, and I paid a 25-ounce can. It's about almost close to a Bud Ice. When I went home, I paid a can of Bud Ice only about like $1.75 for a 25-ounce can. And here it's about maybe close to that, maybe more, maybe $1.79, 87. I don't know. But just talk about beer prices and things like that. What you think? Is it gone high? Why? What's the reason? But anyhow, again, solid 9, great beer. So lager. So tell me your comments on Modelo Especial, what you think of it. Um, Leave the comments on the bottom. And I'm John Anderson Pierre, the Beer and TV Ramble, saying to keep watching, and as always, cheers.